Welcome to this channel. Here we are again. So in this channel we channel higher consciousness, Jeshua, the Ascended Masters, and we are talking about how to ascend in frequency in these times. Not in the biblical times, not back then, not what Buddha did in his time or all of these other wonderful masters that have gone before us. They are leaving marks in history, even though the teachings have been miscued with, you see. It has been twisted and manipulated, some of it, right? Especially Jesus' teachings has been very screwed with. He made a very big impact on this world of what he achieved to anchor of his light to do his mission here when he was alive, right? That's the consciousness of a being that was here. There's also the consciousness of what Jesus was connected to, which was HI, higher intelligence. It's plural. It's not a one thing. Oh, it's what it's a when you have harmonized enough of the thinking mind, because thinking creates perspective. No, thinking creates, well, it creates perspectives too, but it creates reality, right? And so what does that mean? It's like we are in a sort of a, well, you can call it a hologram and go all new age scientific-y on this stuff. But like, we don't need to get stupid either. There are two aspects. One is the feelings, which has to do with this world. And then we have the intellectual and all of the spiritual realms and all that stuff, which is a different world altogether. They're not the same. Although they can be manifested through a clear vessel. You see? And so the whole point of us being here, the whole game, because many beings don't even know what the heck this is about. Like, oh, they want to escape. As if that's an option. Escape is just death. And that's no escape. You're still in the same consciousness. Perceiving your own mental space, but it's just that you're wandering around without a body. There are differences between the distortions and who you are. And those distortions are the one that sort of lingers here, because it can't go back to where you came from. Where you came from is very pure, very holy. It's a holy place. And some beings have done enough internal work to allow that light to be felt by other beings. And that is an accomplishment. That takes dedication, practice, seeing correct perspective, forgiving when it's easy to retaliate, but also not being stupid and just giving of our energy to whatever. You know, it's a balance, always within the human being. There is a balance, always. And the only thing that can create unbalance is the mind. Is listening to other people's twisted perceptions, or just not fully seeing the truth, which none of us grew into. We've had to go through quite a lot of hardships on the outside for us to get to this place of like, oh, I have all the answers inside when I just connect and look at this world correctly. And that's a balance that needs to be maintained every day. This was the teaching of Jesus. This is what he taught. Speaking truth. Do you think everyone can handle truth? Not everyone is ready for that. Some beings are ready for a tiny bit of truth. And we're talking about energetic truth. It's a little busier. We're talking about energetic truth. Because energetic truth is the truth of the body, which is the resonance of your energy coming through and ping-ponging up in your body. That's why listening to your body is an art to be mastered, not to be dominated. There's a difference, if you know anything about horses, there is a difference to sort of train and discipline a horse and create a really deep bond with that horse, and the horse just respond to your energy because there is a love between you. You know, that's very special. That's the stuff that we're diving into now. Matters of the heart. You know, also not get caught into these old romanticized version of what actually that is. Because there's a lot of twisted perception about relationships that is sort of almost, not almost, is built for failure, actually. Implants of just distortions. And because it's just because of the projection. Everyone is projecting and looking outside of what the thing is, when the thing is always on the inside. But this has been said too much, so people just don't register that that there is a mechanism inside that you have to do. They almost think that it's something that just happens automatically. It's maybe I'm here, because it's just all in the mind. The mind is the most important thing to, I want to say train the mind. That's something you have to be disciplined towards, your own mind. Confirmation. So we have our coconut water. And we know it can seem from the beings, if you are watching this and you're listening from your ego, we get it. It can be very it's a lot of action today. It's interesting. This is Gaia. All of this commotion, all of this is Gaia. And it's about learning to read that in your own life. Read what things mean what. There's a very specific correlation with your body and your psychology. There's a very deep connection with what's happening around you and your psychology. depending on how you are thinking about things, sets up the next thing that's going to happen. And if you haven't learned completely what you're supposed to do to move forward, then, well, sign up for a 28-day consciousness shift and learn. We're teaching you how to do this. And these 28 shifts are also energetic upgrades, because we are upgrading all human beings truly that wants to ascend from the dualistic perspective to the holistic perspective. The holistic perspective is where you are more connected with the truth of your body, so that you have corrected enough misperceptions and corrected enough of this mind training that everyone has been through, and you can start to live a more harmonious life. It's literally that simple. We know that it sounds outrageous to even say that, but this is what it is. And when you have the correct perspective and you feel that you have more energy and you see and feel the correlation that we're speaking about, you will be convinced too. And then you won't have any doubt that this is the only way to go, to change in consciousness like this, to see correctly in energy, in energetic truth. That's the only way. That's the baseline. That's what people call unconscious, subconscious. It's always going, like it's portrayed as if it's only ever going to be not available to you, as if there is some force that is controlling you. That's what it seems like, right? It's not. It is a very sophisticated machinery, the energy realm. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start to operate like that because it's the most natural for the body. And we are noticing so many shifts, and we're not even sure what we are a little bit now, because we've been very methodical about this, disciplined. And now we are diving into the matters of the heart. We have surrendered to Gaia, which is the body, right? And we don't just surrender without making sure that things are properly aligned. We always pay attention that things are going in the right direction. That's our responsibility, making sure that we speak for the body, making sure that we keep the body safe, making sure that we have our energetic boundaries with people also, because some people are sneaky, and it's important to know how to maneuver your body in those circumstances. And that can be many different things for many different people, and it needs to be adjusted to your specific situation. And so that's why, if you want to shift with us, we highly recommend that you start below, sign up for a 28-day. You can also sign up for a personal session if you do like. And I just want to share that these times are very precious. You have a lot of window of opportunities to make tremendous leap in consciousness. And when you do that, your life becomes better. You manifest, things become clearer, and you manifest better. Like things just flow easier the way it's meant to. There is a whole system to this. There is a whole system of operating in these 28 days. And that's what we're teaching you, so that you can realign your system back into the natural flow of things. And that means whatever this Gregorian calendar did to the psyche with these years and all of that, which is slightly off, and then you have 1 year that's like different every year, like it's just odd, right? If we think logical about it, but everyone just accepts everything. Things need to make sense. And we are projecting this world from the inside out. So we need to have it make sense from the inside out. And this is a complete consciousness training program to train your system into the holistic perspective. It is quite a ride, and I'm the first one to go through this program, and it's being channeled. So you can follow along if you dare. Life will not be the same, we promise you. We'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.